All right, where to start? Simplification. What do you get? Left-hand side, x squared. That's going to be 6x, and then a 9. What do you get on the right-hand side? Minus 1/4 of an x. What I'm going to do now is multiply both sides by 4, just to get rid of the fraction. And that's like multiplying every term by 4. So you get 4x squared. Then you're going to get 24x. 4 times 9 is 36. And 4 times minus 1/4 is just going to be minus x. I'm going to add x to both sides. You get 4x squared plus 25x plus 36 equals 0. And then I'm going to look at this, and I'm actually going to use what's called trial and error. And trial and error means you're going to think about this, which is a good idea to do. And I want to point out, thinking about it, and again, your thinking may be wrong, but I'm going to say, oh, maybe it's 4x and x. Now, if that doesn't work, the next thing I do is go 2x and 2x. But I like the 4x and x because it looks pretty simple. And then I'm going to look at the 36. I'm only looking at the beginning and end. And I'm going to say 9 and 4. Now, I want to just say something that may not be well understood at this point. If I said 9 and 4, I could not have put the 4 there. The reason I couldn't have put it there is it would have been a common factor. And there's no common factor in the problem. So I'm going to say I would not try that. I also notice all signs are positive, so I'll put plus plus down. Now, I don't know if that's right. I'm going to check it. What do you get? 4x squared. I'll write it down for you. I'll erase it, though, after I write it down. Then you get 16x, and then you get 9x, and then you get 36. All right? Does that give me what I want? It does. So I know the answer. Let me erase this over here. Right, I know that's a factorization, and I know the answer now. The second factor, x plus 4, becomes 0 when x equals minus 4. And the first factor becomes 0. We'll subtract 9 from both sides and divide by 4, and you get this over here. I do want to look at the key, by the way, and make sure that those answers are listed for you. And those answers are listed right over here. How did they do it? They did it the same way we suggested do it. What I want to do is I want to erase this, though. And I want to talk about students struggle with that. I know they do. I see students looking at that and saying they couldn't have done that. Oh, I didn't mean to. I went too far. Sorry about that. I want to talk briefly about the AC rule. Now, initially I was resistant to students using the AC rule, but I shouldn't be resistant. For your preferences, by the way. Now, when I say resistant, I was resistant to showing it over and over again. But right now, I want to use the AC rule. And if I did it, I want to point out I'm getting 4. This is the A. The C is 36. That's going to be 144. And if you want to use a calculator to do that, you can. I need to find two numbers that multiply together to give you 144. And the same two numbers, when added together, is going to give you the middle number, which is 25. All right? So it's a challenge, right? So you're looking at it and saying, I don't know where to start with, but there's a variety of ways of doing it. And I'm going to say, 4 times 36, I could also do 9 times 16. And 9 times 16 is 90 and 54, which is 144. So I'm going to say 9 times 16 is 144. And 9 plus 16 is, of course, 25. So I'm going to say I could break that middle number into 9 and 16. Let me erase this business over here and do that for you. And again, some students will do that. They'll actually say, I'm going to break that number into 9 and 16. So write this over here, 4x squared. And I can put down 16x plus 9x. That's 25x. 36 equals 0. And then we factor by grouping, and we group these two terms and these two terms, and just factor it. First term, the first two terms, 4x factors out. We're left off with x plus 4. On the second two terms, a 9 factors out. What do you get? X plus 4. What factors out from that? Those two terms now, x plus 4. We're left off with 4x plus 9 equals 0. Gee, this is deja vu all over again. X equals minus 4, or, let me repeat what we're doing over here. 4x plus 9 is equal to 0. We take 9 from both sides, And then we divide both sides by 4. We get minus 9/4. If you can do that in your head, I do recommend doing it in your head, by the way. Again, we just did it. I realized I can't remember some of this. I just did something. Let's just check it again. What are we expecting to see? Well, we're expecting to see minus 4. We do see that. Or x equals minus 9/4. All right? Thank you.